Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Now, today's video, I'm going to show you exactly the cards that I actually use to help me build up my business credit over $500,000, okay? And I'm going to talk about some of the strategies, but the real reason I'm talking about these business credit cards, because these are the business credit cards that are actually not affecting your personal credit. So that means that if you max the card out, then your credit score doesn't, your personal credit score doesn't get affected. However, these cards, they will pull your personal credit to see how you manage credit and everything. So keep that in mind. And if you just say that you have these credit cards and you don't make your payments and stuff, then it will affect your personal credit. But we're not here to do that. The reason we don't want to miss payments on our business credit cards is because we want to be able to continue getting more and more money. So it's going to go far beyond just getting the credit cards, because there's other strategies that's added into this. But now that I said that, let's talk about the first credit card. All right, and the first one is Citi, okay, and the Citi business. But here's the thing about it. I wouldn't go for the Citi business, right? I always tell people, if you can, go for a co-partnered credit card. The reason is because you have a higher chance when you're using a co-partner credit card. So that's the reason that I tell you, when you're going for like a Citi business credit card, at least I would go for the Citi Costco. If you have a Costco near you, I would sign up for a Costco membership, and then I would apply for the Citi Costco card. Now, average credit score for many of these cards is anywhere from a 690 up to a 740, okay? So the thing about it, you don't have to have this massive 750, 800 credit score to get these here cards, but at the same time, just so that you know, I would at least make sure that I'm at least a 690 or higher, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, in terms of which credit bureaus that Citi may pull from, it depends on what part of the coast you're in, okay? And most of the time, they're going to more likely, they'll pull from your Experian, okay? But depends on the West Coast, most of the time it's Experian. On the East Coast, they may pull your Equifax, okay? But nonetheless, at the same time, at least you would have a better general idea of what credit score that you would need for these cards. And like I said, I would go for the Citi Costco. If I have a Costco membership, I would go for the Citi Costco, okay? For the Citi, the Costco account, if you have challenging credit, then I will open up a Costco account, use the Costco account, and keep on building my credit up. And I'm going to tell you of another card that don't report to the personal credit or the business credit once you approved. So stick with me on that. But I would open up a Costco account, then I would go for the Citi Costco, especially if you're trying to build business credit for funding, and say that you're trying to become an investor, you're trying to play in the stock markets, or you're trying to play into the real estate markets and stuff like that. This is very important, okay? So I would do to build a relationship. If I don't have a relationship with Citibank, then I would do the Citi Costco, okay? Now, another thing you can do, and I always encourage people, is I would probably open up, if I'm close to a Citibank, I would probably open up a personal account and a business account, right? So that way you already in their database and you're already building a relationship with them. So this is very important. This is what I keep on stressing: build a relationship, because I tell you, the better the relationship, the more money these banks are going to be willing to give you, okay? So now let's talk about number two. Number two, we have Amex, okay? Now here's the thing. I made a video and I was explaining to you how to build a relationship with American Express. Now, this is very important, and the reason it's important because with American Express, okay, once you're in their database, once you get approved for like your first account with them, they're already pulling data and stuff. So what happens is when you apply for other credit cards and stuff, 90% of the time, they won't do another hard pull on your credit. So just that one time. Now, in terms of dealing with American Express, I would tell you this. If you don't have a relationship with them, it's two things that I would do. I would probably maybe get like a serve card, and as well as maybe a savings account, or add on an Amex AU, okay? So that's something that I would do if I don't have a relationship with them. Again, just so they know, hey, I'm trying to build a relationship with them, and let that data start feeding into their system, all right? So now let's talk about Chase, okay? Now, here's the funny thing about Chase. Like with Chase, like they have this 524 rule, right? 524, okay? And so what that means is that you can only have 5 of their cards within 24 months. So that means that if you already got 5 Chase cards and you decide, hey, I'm going to go after another business card with that's sponsored by Chase, then here's the problem. Because you're over that 524, they'll deny you. Now, I did make a video building a relationship with Amazon. With Amazon, if you have, like said that you have low credit score and you're trying to build up your credit and stuff, then the back door is building a relationship with Amazon. So having Amazon, and then once I have a relationship with Amazon, then I would go for the Amazon Chase card. I would go for the Amazon Chase, all right? So that's a way to do it. And Amazon also offers the Amazon Amex card as well. But again, going back to co-partnering, okay, this is how you're actually leveraging. So that's the reason that I would tell you to either do the co-partnering or building a relationship. Now, with Chase, like I said, most of these cards, you're going to do about a 690, 740. Sometimes Chase will let you have a credit card with less than a 690 credit score. Not all the time, but sometimes, okay? So you have to keep that in mind. And most of the time, Chase is going to pull from your experience, okay? So more likely they will be pulling from your experience. And like I said, I'm one of those firm believers in relationships. So if I have challenging credit, then I would have to look at a back doorway to be able to build a relationship with them. And again, going back to opening up a personal checking account as well as a business checking account, having a relationship with Amazon, then applying for a Chase card that way, okay? Sometimes on the business side, depending on the credit score and how long you've been with Chase, they will actually give you, even if you may not have that 690 stellar credit score, they still may approve you for a business credit card. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's one. This is this is one that I just definitely, I used to just stay away from. Okay, and the reason is because with Capital One, they pull from all 3 credit bureaus and they report it on both the personal and the business. But what just recently happened, if you're a new member to Capital One and you get a business credit card, this is the one you want. You want to get the Capital One Spark Cash, okay? Yes, they're going to pull all 3 credit bureaus. But here's the thing about it. Even though they're pulling all 3 credit bureaus, the thing about it is with the Capital One Spark Cash business card, they will no longer be reporting to your personal credit unless you actually just stop paying the bill. Okay, so this is very good. Now I can see an opportunity building a relationship with Capital One Spark Cash. Now, just so that you all understand, like if you already have a relationship with Capital One and you have the Spark Cash business credit card, it's going to continue to report. But for new accounts and everything, with the Capital One Spark Cash, they'll no longer be reporting on a personal credit, okay? So just keep that in mind. This is very important because, again, like I said, these are credit cards that you can max out that won't affect your personal credit. So that's the reason that you need to know this. Now, here's US Bank. US Bank, I like them. And the reason that I like US Bank is because they act like a credit union, okay? And what I mean by that is they have a lot of flexibility, okay? And more likely with US Bank, they're going to pull your Experian as well, okay? So they'll pull your Experian on the biz to look at your personal credit on the business credit card. But one of the things for sure, if you making your payments, utilizing the cards, making your payment, they're going to do an increase or automatic increase every 6 months, okay? So that's another reason that I like them, because they actually will do this automatic increase without you asking them to. But you have to actually be utilizing the cards. And I'll tell you something else. The reason that I'm telling you about these here cards, so not only are you going after the business credit cards, you're able to go after the business lines of credit, okay? That's what you want to get to. And the reason that you want their business lines of credit, because the business lines of credit, the interest rates is much lower. And so you don't want the business loans. You want the business lines of credit. And again, because with the business lines of credit, when you get approved for those, what happens here, when you get approved for this business line of credit, okay, and you pay it down, you can keep on using it. So you don't have to reapply for it. Plus, you have the business line of credit and with the business credit cards. And another thing I like about these business credit cards with these banks and stuff, you can go with multiple EIN numbers. So if you have multiple companies set up, you can go to the same bank and be able to get funding, okay? So that's the reason that makes your business credit funding much faster. It's not that I don't like net 30s and stuff like that, but I think that if you actually build a relationship with the banks, you'll get faster to your financial goal for raising money again for your investment. For if you, like I said, if you're trying to do most people are trying to do options trading these days. People are trying to do the stock market because they're looking at Reddit and everything. So they're always looking for capital. But also, people are trying to prepare for this real estate crash, okay? So being able to build up your business credit, build a personal credit up strong, so that way you're in position to where you have $50,000 or $100,000. So when an opportunity comes along, you're able to buy up a nice piece of property as an asset, then take the equity out and buy another piece of property. That's the reason you want to be able to leverage your business credit like this, okay? So that's the reason that we're talking about these business credit cards, that when you max them out, it won't affect your personal credit, and by them not affecting your personal credit, guess what? You're able to go get more money from them. Now, here's something that you have to understand about inquiries. So if you're going to be applying for these, make sure you're not in the danger zone. Your danger zone is between 6 to 8 inquiries on each credit bureau, okay? So make sure that you try to stay, don't go beyond this danger zone on each credit bureau when you're applying for business credit cards and stuff like that, okay? And I'll tell you another thing that people would do. They would apply for a business credit card, they would get approved, and then they would challenge that inquiry. I'm going to tell you that's a very dangerous play, because if you challenge that inquiry, it looks like fraud and they'll lock up your account. Okay, I'll tell you another thing that people have been doing as well. When they get their business credit cards and stuff, they may try to liquidate their business credit cards through like PayPal or Square or something like that. Well, when that business credit card is in your name, the PayPal account is in your name, that throws up a flag. They shut the card down. So you don't want to do that. Okay, there is a strategy to liquidate that I talk about and stuff in consultation. So if you want a consultation or whatever, you can click the link below. But in terms of actually trying to liquidate your credit cards and stuff through merchants like PayPal, Square and stuff that are in your name as well, that's not a good move, because you can actually lose the account and you'll get locked out of the account. So you don't want to do that. All right. So where are we at? We got a Citibank, American Express, Chase, Capital One, US Bank. Now, here's Wells Fargo. Now, Wells Fargo, on the personals, on the business credit cards, okay? Here's the thing about it. With Wells Fargo, on the business credit card, people are like, well, Wells Fargo, do they report? Well, actually, the business credit cards don't report to like Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. However, Dun & Bradstreet will pick up that data, but they do not report directly to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so you have to remember that. But in terms of leverage and funding and stuff, they're very good. Now, if you have challenging credit and you're still trying to build a relationship with Wells Fargo, then I would tell you to go for the Wells Fargo's secured business credit card, right? So I would do this, right? So that way I can still be paying for all my expenses through the business and stuff. Yeah, they don't report directly, but two things is happening. It's going to get picked up. And number two, you're building a relationship with Wells Fargo, okay? And Wells Fargo is very good because they're very easy to work with. Like once you get your business credit cards and stuff, after 9 months, you would more likely have the opportunity to get a business line of credit with them, okay? So, but make sure that you making sure that you're making your payments, utilizing your cards and accounts and stuff like that. So just be careful of that. But at the same time, they're very generous on their business lines of credit. I'm talking about $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 lines of credit. And for most of these, they're like that. Now, in terms of American Express, to be able to get a business line of credit through them, what ends up happening is that they're about invite, okay? You have to be with them for so long, and they actually see you using your business credit cards and stuff, and then you can check your account sometimes and you will see an invite where they actually inviting you to apply for that business line of credit, okay? But they won't just say, oh, go after this. They won't let you have it that way. You actually have to be invited. Now, here's one that I really like, okay? And this is Barclays, okay? I really like them on the business side and personal side. And the reason that I like them, because of their JetBlue, okay? Now, with their JetBlue card, all right, once you get approved for the JetBlue card and stuff like that, like I said, you may be late or something like that, but it doesn't report on the personal or the business, okay? But I would definitely make sure that all of my relationships with these financial institutions stay good. Now, the reason I'm not talking about BOFA, the reason I don't talk too much about BOFA is because with Bank of America, they're like funny. And what I mean by that is that you can have good credit, okay? Your business just starting up and stuff, but they may give you like a low limit, okay? So they may give you a low limit or whatever. And so in terms of you utilizing the card, they don't do an automatic increase. You do have to actually apply for automatic increase. But another good thing about these cards too, they do have pre-approvals. So meaning that they're able to do like a soft pull. So before you actually apply for these credit cards, they do have systems in place where you can actually put in your information to see if you pre-qualify before you actually get the cards and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's something that I'm going to add to this in terms of building this relationship. Again, with most of these credit cards and stuff, one of the easier ways that I really think is if you have a business bank account with them, okay? And then making your weekly deposits into your business bank account. I don't care if it's 25, 50, but as long as you continue having a relationship with them, the odds are in your favor. So all of your income, if you working a job and you just starting your business and stuff like that, when you open up your business bank account, just make little small deposits into your business bank account just to keep it going, keep it active and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, once your credit score gets stronger and stuff, and they see that you have this activity going on in your business bank account, then what they do, they give you more leverage to be able to apply for these business credit cards. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. Again, if you all have any questions, you need a consultation, please click the link below. But if you want credit cards that actually that you can max out without affecting your personal credit, these are the cards. These are the top cards that I would go for. And like I said, you don't need a real high credit score, 690 to 740 on average, to be able to get approved for most of these credit cards. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.